Okay, welcome back. Episode number 2, Sweet Nothings podcast with Tony and Freddie. And I'm Tony.
And I'm Freddie.
Ooh, I'm ready for today.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
We missed a week.
We did.
We got off to a rough start, Tony.
Yeah. We started off strong, and then...
You imagine you get a job in, like, your first week. You're just a no-call, no-show first week.
Yeah, that's essentially how...
Have you ever had that happen?
No.
No.
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think when it came down to the jobs, I was actually pretty good about.
I've never had that happen at a job worth keeping.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I'm more like the guy that's going to, like, just quit in the middle. Like, I'll show up for the shift knowing I'm going to quit. Like, I'm going to be the guy that takes his shirt off and throws it at him. I'm like, nah.
If you're going to take your shirt off, you can't be shirtful Freddie.
Oh, no, I'm doubling shirts all the time.
Oh, so even when you take a shirt off, you got a shirt underneath.
You try to fool me on that one, Tony. I'm not going to let you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I double shirted on my quitting day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see me show up to work with 2 shirts on, you're like, Freddie might quit today.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Today's quitting day.
Yeah. But I'll get there. I'll go there. I'll be like, today's the day I'm going to quit. I'm just going to wait for something to happen.
Right.
And then when nobody does anything, I'm like, oh, man, everybody's getting along great.
Oh.
I'll just stub my toe on something and be like, that's it. I'm done.
Nope. This
You
stub my
keep the
toe
shirt.
has ruined my whole day.
Yeah, you can't fire me. I quit.
So,
that was a rough start. We had a rough start. We're back
Yeah.
at it.
yeah, it's like mediocre.
We're on the
sucks.
wagon
We started
again.
off strong, hitting them hard, going fast, and
Yeah.
then just a very anticlimactic finish. Just nobody got enjoyment out of it.
No.
No. We missed a week, but now we're back.
Now
we're
we're
back
back.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
better
it-
than ever.
Yeah.
I'm better now. Are you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. I'm
Well,
ready.
In our time off, we had Memorial Day.
Yeah, we did. We had holiday.
Did you get a day off work?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
What'd you do?
Good question. That was over a week
Do
ago.
anything fun?
I believe we went to a barbecue. I think that's like the the typical thing to do.
Yeah.
That's too far along. I can't even remember the
Yeah,
exact details.
we had 2 weekends.
Yeah. What about you?
I know you. I saw. Did you go to like a Renaissance fair or something like that?
Oh, no, that just happened actually over this past weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of us. We went to. There was actually a Game of Thrones dinner.
oh, Game of Thrones there. That's
Yeah,
what it looked like. I
and-
just saw like a big turkey leg, and I'm like, that's where. He's
Yeah, man. Are you a fan of the show? Do you watch it?
No, I haven't gotten into it yet.
No.
No, I signed up for HBO, like the app through Apple TV.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be into it soon. I just don't know if I want to ruin my summer or not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that'll definitely ruin your summer. The best way to go about this is find something to get you sick, so you
Yeah.
can't get off the bed. So, like, purposely eat, like, mold or
I'm gonna get
whatever.
Zika.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the Zika virus. my head's gonna shrink.
Right.
I'm just gonna lay there and watch HBO.
And that's perfect,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's actually 7 seasons already
Yeah.
done. They're 10 episodes a season. I think they're, like, an hour apiece. So we're already looking at 70 hours of
Jesus.
just watch time. They are coming out with 2 half seasons. I think one comes out next month, and then I don't know when the next part is, and then the series is all done.
Yeah.
But the dinner was really cool. Like, they actually had the inside was all decked out. It was at the Winking Lizard, and they had all the tables were all together with like red cloths over them. Like it was like the big
Huge table.
yeah, like in the old medieval times, they had like the big crazy candles and surrounded with like grapes and all that stuff, and they had like live shows, like people were acting out different scenes from the series, which is really cool. And then if you ordered like the special Game of Thrones beer, you got like a glass with like the logo and stuff on it, and then the menu was like crazy. It was all really good priced. Like $8 or $9 was like for each dish, but you can get like 2 giant turkey legs. You can have like a whole 3-pound chicken. There was like a whole slab of ribs. There's like 2 giant pork steaks. Like you felt like a king eating that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that was actually really fun. It was exciting,
Yeah.
and it was free, which is the best part.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the show, but I want to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm. I wish I'd known. I would have sent you an invitation earlier.
See?
What about you? Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Nothing that stands out. A lot of yard work. A lot of yard work.
That comes with
But-
owning a house.
I mean, I did have a very eventful week.
Okay. Anything that you want to mention?
I got a list here of all the things I did.
Oh, yeah, please, go on.
I mean, it's pretty intense.
Okay. I didn't have anything much fun.
Here's my list of why we didn't do a podcast last week.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Good. This is the good stuff.
First, I had a really annoying long meeting with my bank because I reached a cap amount of money that you can keep in there.
What?
Yeah,
so what is it like?
They were just like, we can no longer federally insure you anymore
because you have too
and if
many
you want to
millions?
keep putting money in here, you're gonna have to pay for a forklift for us to move it around. So I did because it takes money to keep money.
Ooh. So you're kind of like the Scrooge McDuck of your bank.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got too much in there. You have your own vault, and they actually caught you. They actually got sick and tired of you coming in to go swimming in your own money. And they're like, come on, Freddie, this is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah.
And so they're like, you're going to have to.
It's weird you're swimming in your money.
Yeah.
You're naked with a shirt on. Look at this shirt full of Freddie.
You have no bottoms on, but you have a shirt.
Yeah. I'm dedicated to wearing a shirt. When I play basketball at the park, we play pants and skins.
Wow, so why were they giving you shit about, if you don't mind me asking?
Just had too much. I'm just too wealthy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a very wealthy guy, Tony.
Oh, yeah, apparently it seems so.
I got a lot of money in the bank.
As they say, money in the bank, shorty what you drank.
Oh, yeah.
You probably say that a lot, don't you?
All the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought so. Okay.
Also, I had a special dinner of my own. It was 50 movers and shakers under 50 years old. I'm one of those.
Please explain.
I mean, I'm just going to let it be that. Okay. Some people go to 30 for 30s. Uh-huh. 30 people under 30 years old.
Okay.
50-50.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I think I might have just been at a bar with a bunch of people under 50 years old. And I didn't count, but it looked like there were 50 people there.
Right.
Also, I had a very important meeting with the president.
Go on.
Because I'm so cool, he's going to try to put me in the Earth's crust and try to stop global warming that way.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, because we're no longer part of the Paris Accord. Mm-hmm. He's like, we're going to make a cool Freddie Accord.
Ooh, I like this.
You like that?
I like this is going.
I know. It was a big... Now you see why I missed the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge deal. You know, when we weren't able to do it last week, I was a little sad about it. But this definitely makes up for it.
That's not it.
Oh, you have more. Okay.
I was part of a strongman competition.
What? What place did you come in?
Guess.
First?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
A guy that cool and with that much money, if he doesn't win.
What was the heaviest thing you lifted?
What's the heaviest thing you've ever seen? That was it. Oh, I'll let you finish.
Oh, I don't know, a tank.
That was it.
Oh. I should have actually, I did guess. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Also,
I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had that kind of strength.
Well,
congratulations also for,
you
know, for getting first place.
Thank you.
Strongman contest.
Also, because of that strongman competition, I got a very important meeting with Ford.
Ooh.
Ford Motor Company.
Oh. I imagine you start doing commercials.
Close. What they're going to do is, because of my strongman competition, they're tired of saying how many horsepower their cars have.
Oh, no.
So,
go on.
So they're going to now call them how many Freddie powers their cars have. And I know by the look on your face, you're thinking... That's not going to work at all. But think about this. When was the last time you saw a horse? In real life, when was the last time you saw a horse?
Good question. I don't know. It's
okay.
Been like years.
That's your answer. When was the last time you saw a Freddie?
Right now. Present times.
Okay, see? That's what they explained to me. And I was like, you're right.
Oh my gosh, you make so much sense.
And if you think about it, they also told me this. Horses used to be used to pull things around, right?
Right.
What do we use horses for now?
Just for fun activities?
Just
to ride around.
Teenage girls to wear tall boots and lie about having a sexual experience.
Right.
And also for, like, old women to do the same.
And probably just for bragging rights when you go to, like, a boot scooting saloon.
Yeah.
You just brag about
for
how many
all those times.
Yeah.
But if you think about, like, there is a large gap. You got me on this now. There's a large gap of women that like horses when it's like, 18 and under, and then like 58 and over, right? If you're hitting the dusty trail on a horse, it's gonna be with one of those.
Oh my gosh, dude, that I never even thought of that, but yes, that makes so much sense.
See? So that's how that's gonna work. Now you're gonna be able to buy a car, and you're like, how many Freddie power is it? Because people know how powerful Freddie is.
Right.
No one knows anymore about how powerful a horse is.
No one
don't
even
use
cares
horses.
about horse powers anymore. No.
No, when they were like, this is so many horsepower, you're like, oh man, a horse can pull this, this, and this. Now you can't add it up. It's just a number.
Right. And 2017 is going to be for Freddie powers.
Yeah.
Horse powers are out.
That's what I'm saying.
And then other car companies are going to try to buy you out of Ford. Now,
Yeah.
the plus side is when you start doing commercials, since you've already lifted a tank, you can start lifting trucks and bragging about how many Freddie powers are in there.
Yeah, you think Chevy's gonna get at me now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say there can only be one Freddie power. I'll be like, but why don't you hit up my man Tony?
Yeah.
I'm like, my dude, Dirty Tony, is powerful.
Yeah. But I don't want to.
I'm gonna get you some of that sweet money,
Oh,
that automotive money.
You're so sweet. You make my teeth hurt.
Go on, go on.
You're going to be like the Verizon guy. Like,
Yeah.
that was only on Verizon. That's it. You're going to be stuck with Ford. But eventually...
Only I'll be just like him, except like
more handsome.
and really rich,
And really rich.
very powerful,
Right.
and cool.
Yeah. You got the money.
Mm-hmm.
You got the power. You got the looks. I mean, you're a triple threat guy.
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
This is a pretty exciting week for you.
Yep, that's worth missing the podcast for, right?
Yeah, I definitely allow that. Like I said, I was pretty sad we weren't going to make it through. But you had a really exciting week, so I'm into it.
I did one other thing.
Okay, go on.
I reanimated Cecil the lion.
Oh, what did you use to do that?
Don't worry about it. But
This is your own experiment.
I'm taking him on tour. Everybody loves Cecil the lion. He's coming to a neighborhood near you.
I can't wait. Do you have an idea when the tour is going to start?
What's with all the questions, Tony?
Okay, all right. I'm getting too far ahead of ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's a pretty exciting week. I think my week wasn't really too exciting. Mainly just of of just work stuff and the normal adult things you have to do.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones thing was probably like the most exciting part of at least the most sporadic, I guess, part of the weekends. However, something did come up in conversation. Someone about to hit you with some of the heavy hitter questions. Are you ready for this? Okay,
I got heavy hitter answers.
Okay, all right, because this really came up to being a big debate amongst a bunch of us. So I'm going to start it off with, okay, when you're pooping, okay, you're playing on your phone, whatever. By the time you get done, it's wiping time, okay? Now, are you the kind of guy that you kind of just lift up one cheek and kind of wipe, or do you have to kind of stand up and squat a little bit to kind of wipe?
Oh. I'm neither of those.
You're neither. What do you do?
I go right for the 5-hole.
The
Like in hockey, you got the goalie.
Right.
That's the 5-hole.
Okay.
You gotta go down in between, grab a hold.
Throw that the first one down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how,
So
I go in the right. I don't even get up. Just stay right there.
All right. So you stay in
dig
the same
in.
position. And
Yeah.
You just go right in the 5-hole.
I think I'm just a lazy
between
person.
the legs.
Yeah.
So you're wiping actually back to front.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one. No
You
one's
gotta
even
move
brought that
parts
up.
out of the way.
Oh yeah, of course. You
Yeah.
don't want to get
But you
poop
don't
on the
gotta
balls.
stand up.
Okay. See, a lot of my buddies, they're the sitters. They lift one leg and they just kind of wipe and then just drop it in there.
That's only if something terrible happened.
Now here's what I see of it. That's fine if it works for you, but you're gonna lift a cheek to wipe. Now you have to look at the toilet paper after you
Sure.
wipe because you got to know how many times you need to wipe before you're
Right.
done wiping. But now you're sticking your hand under your butt between your legs and the toilet seat when you wipe.
I'm
You have to
listening.
bring it back out in order to take a look at
That's
this.
a problem.
There's a good chance you might actually swipe underneath your leg and get some
I don't
poop
like
on
that
there.
at all.
Yeah, that's not good for
This
anybody.
is see. You got it. You're down. You're reaching in. Right.
Mhm.
5-hole.
Right.
Pull up. It's not even out of the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Just drop it.
Right. But the only problem is, you're not even looking. Or you just go.
No.
I just get a hand. Okay. So you're still going front to back, but your hand's still above the hole, so you just drop it.
Wait, am I
once you
going
see it.
front to back?
Well,
No, I'm going back to
You're going
front.
back to front, so you can hold parts aside.
Wait.
You swipe up.
It's a two-handed operation.
Right, yeah. It's the twofer. And you can still look at it, and then, like, it's still there, and you can just drop it in. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm like the stander squatter kind of guy.
Okay.
So I'll stand up, and I kind of squat just a little bit to get the cheeks open, you know? And then you get the paper, you swipe, you look at it, you drop in the toilet. Okay, if you need round 2, you wrap it up.
Yeah.
You swipe, you got your squats going, swipe, drop it in.
I like your style.
Yeah, and you're kind of getting good exercise. You're, squatting, working those quads a little bit,
I like it.
Yeah, this was a huge thing. Now,
did this come up? You said this came up in a conversation. You weren't at your Game of Thrones dinner when this came up, did it?
No, I think this was after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been very inappropriate to bring.
Yeah, you're just no. Goddamn Flintstone-sized piece of meat. And you're like, let me hit you with this one, guys.
The barbecue sauce and the ribs all over your fingers. And right as someone's licking it off their fingers, they're like, oh, yeah, let me bring up something about shit.
Yeah. Or it's when you're trying to wipe the barbecue sauce off. You're like, God.
So that was the first part of how that all happened. Now, second part of this debate, are you a folder or a crumpler with your toilet paper?
I'm not a crumpler.
Okay, so you're a folder?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain, what's your process here?
I've just folded it comes with the little dotted lines. I just fold on the dotted line. I'm a simple man.
Yeah. So you just, get to a handful of squares. Do you count out exactly how many squares, or you just kind of give it, an eye about length?
I pretend like I'm buying lottery tickets, and I'm like, that's enough. Like when I see people, at the convenience store, they're buying lottery tickets, and they're, pulling it out. I'm like, that's how that dude uses his toilet paper, too.
He wipes the same.
I would say it's probably a half an arm length.
Okay. Are we talking tip of fingers to elbow, or are we going wrist to elbow? Okay.
From elbow to my, yeah.
Okay. You have much longer arms than I have smaller arms, so mine's probably not as long. However, I don't go that way.
You count it out?
No. I have the roll in one hand, okay, and then I pinch the end of the paper, and then I wrap it around my hands.
Oh, okay.
So I go 3 or 4 times, then I rip it off. I'm a crumpler. I don't do the fold.
You just wad it up?
So I essentially...
Jam it in there? You just wad it up, get your squat stance, and jam it in there.
Yeah, basically.
Let's have a good
day. Basically give it a big ball end there. You, pull it back, So it's got a big end at the top, and then you have a little handle at the bottom. So you have something to grab, and then you can go ahead and wipe, and it gets all in there too. And then you don't have to worry about any fingers slipping through, ripping through the paper, sliding off an exit. You got everything.
Is that something you had to deal with in the past?
I've never had to do that. I've always been I've been a crumpler all my life.
I've been a crumpler all my life.
Yeah. But I've had friends that I have mentioned, they're like, that sucks. That's the worst. I'm like, why are you still living life like that? You don't have to live life with worrying about slipping a finger through the teepee into your own poopy butthole. You don't have to live
like a refugee.
Yeah.
Why are you living like a refugee?
Exactly. I've tried to convert people to being crumplers, but I think everyone's already too far along in their age.
That's what I'm like.
That you can't convert anymore.
It's complicated now.
No.
You can't change me, Tony.
No. Maybe if we were to get married, maybe that could be something I can try to convert.
No, I know it couldn't.
So it would just be like religions. We would just be sticking to our own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this reminds me, you're a very toilet-centric individual, Tony. But you had a question on Facebook a little while ago about the toilet seat and why women demand that we put the toilet seat down.
Okay. Right.
And you seemed like that was a problem, like you don't like to put the toilet seat down.
Well, to be fair, I am a gentleman, and I always do put the toilet seat down because I was raised with sisters and my mom. I would get yelled at, shit thrown at me.
And because you've always peed sitting down.
Yeah. No, actually, I do pee sitting down if I'm hungover in the morning. Then I'm like, there's no need to be standing while I pee while I'm hungover. I already pee while I'm pooping sitting down, so, it seems right, logical.
Okay.
No, I think it's just funny when women are they make posts or they're bitching and going, ugh, why don't you just put the toilet seat back down when you're done? It's
Right.
not that hard. It's not that hard, and you should be doing it just because that's how we're not fucking animals. I guess
Right.
that's essentially the way it should be. I just think that to be, fair, equal, that if especially if it's a house full of boys, okay, me and my roommate here, we're boys living here. So if there is a lady guest that comes over, family or not, they're going to use our toilet. Maybe just be courteous,
Right.
so when you're done peeing, to lift the toilet seat up, so that way when we go in there, we don't have to,
Live like refugees.
Exactly.
I like it. Now, we did something by accident that just fixed all this for us, and that we have like this hutch that goes over the toilet where you keep your things,
Okay.
bathroom things. And it's kind of a pain in the ass because it doesn't allow for the toilet seat to, like, you got the lid and you got the seat.
Okay.
You can only keep one up. So, like, the seat's just always down at our house.
Oh, you know what? I think if what you're talking about, my mom's is like the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go over there to pee, I lift up both seats,
And then eventually
but
it
it
goes
starts to fall. Yeah, it starts to fall down.
What's that about? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I got used to it real fast.
So do you
But
try to
I
hurry up
came
and
up with
squeeze
a
pee
solution.
before? All right, go ahead. You make a game out of it. It's like a seat flip, dude. You lift the seat, you try to hurry up and pee before it gets down.
Yeah.
If it smacks your pee in the middle
Well,
of pissing,
also,
then you lose.
I think
And you have to clean up the mess.
I've learned to be a straight shooter.
Okay.
So I'm not dribbling anywhere. I'm not making
Right.
a mess. I'm just going right for the
Adults
middle.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my original solution, which I mentioned to you on Facebook, was, what are you doing peeing in the toilet? Just pee in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you can wash your hands while you're there. You can brush your teeth while you pee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually...
It's just like a one big dumb urinal
Yeah.
that I brush my teeth in.
That's actually pretty genius.
See?
If you have the door closed, then no one's going to know.
Right.
And there's people that are like shy peers. They go to people's houses. They turn the water on while they pee, so that way there's no chance of you hearing them pee. But you're actually just peeing in the sink while the water's running, so they
Yeah.
have no idea. And then you can wash your hands all at the same time, as you said.
And if you got people over, there's somebody using the toilet. Don't worry, I'm just going to use this thing
Yeah,
next to
don't
you.
mind me.
Yeah, we'll make small talk. I mean, it seems like a logical way.
Yeah, that only makes sense.
And open up the shower. Let's get 3 people in here.
Yeah. That's a party bathroom.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've done that. They do have those pedals, though, now that are like... I've seen them online, and I don't know exactly the exact science to it, but essentially the toilet seat's down, and the pedal's next to the toilet. So when you step on the pedal, it lifts the toilet seat up so you can pee, and then when you let it go, the seat comes back down, which is great because now you can't get yelled at about leaving the toilet seat up.
Right.
And it's more sanitary because you don't have to
That's brilliant.
touch the seat, And if you want to, you can just escape without washing your hands because, to be fair, you didn't actually touch anything.
Right.
Well,
That's
I guess
a
you're gonna have
brilliant
to.
invention.
You're gonna have to flush the toilet, so you may have to wash your hands.
No,
after
I just
flushing.
kick it with my foot until
Okay,
it goes down.
Yeah, you're wearing shoes. It doesn't matter. Just use your shoes.
I just keep kicking until something happens.
Yeah.
It won't even flush all the way, but it's less yellow than it was.
Right.
Let's go. I'm a busy man. I gotta go about my day. You saw all the things I did.
Right.
Yeah, I got
that's a
time
busy-
to mess around with the handle.
I can only imagine how many times you actually peed during that entire week with all that shit going on.
It was nonstop.
Yeah. You should have just had what do you call those? The pee
Catheter.
bags. Catheter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what next time you're gonna have a busy week, you might as well just go get one installed for the week.
You just mentioned like one of the coolest inventions with the toilet, where you step on the pedal, the toilet seat goes up, you pee, you walk away from it, right?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting our time working on that when somebody needs to figure out a catheter? Like, that sounds like I'll just go. I will not go through with whatever surgery it is because catheter is involved. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to be a part of that. That does not sound like fun.
It doesn't. Having that tube up your pee hole
Yeah.
doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, like I'll roll the dice with whatever it is coming my way.
You might as well just wear a diaper.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
that's
why can't I
uncomfortable.
just wear a diaper?
Well, I mean, you don't know if you have a busy day. You don't know what time you're going to be able to change out of that diaper.
No, like if you had a surgery and they give you a catheter is what I mean.
Okay.
I think we should quit.
Oh.
I think we need to give up on the toilet science and start reinventing the catheter because that sounds frightening. That sounds frightening.
Yeah, that is pretty terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part
I mean,
of
it's
that.
2017. There should be a better way to go about this.
Yeah, like I appreciate the foot pedal toilet seat thing,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to fix the catheter first.
Yeah.
Get on the science.
You know
Get
what?
Elon Musk on it.
Right.
Why don't you whip us up something?
You're going to be buddies with the president, so you could pitch that idea. Maybe he's got a guy.
Maybe.
Or, someone with Ford. You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know who people know.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like, oh, that's so funny that you brought up catheters.
I'll bring it up.
I actually have a guy.
In relation to driving. I'll be like, you ever been in your car and you got to stop and pee somewhere?
Yeah.
That's a thing of the past.
That's a good
I'm trying
opener.
to pee right here in this 500 Freddie powered car. If I'm driving around in this 500 Freddie powered car, why can't I just pee in it?
Right. That's a very good pitch. It's a good way to go about it. I
And I'll be like, come on, Mr. Scientist. Why don't you whip me up something I could use?
Oh, that's great.
Like, my job is to be powerful, and your job is to come up with these solutions to problems that I have. This is a problem that I have.
Yeah. Now, since we're already on the topic of peeing, a friend of mine, which is really famous for saying all the time, there's two kinds of people in this world. People who piss in the shower and fucking liars.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I stand
100%.
by that. That's a very truthful thing. I don't know how many people you talk to, and it comes up, and you're like, oh, do you pee in the shower? And they're like, no, that's gross. They're fucking liars.
Yeah.
As soon as that hot water hits your body, even if they peed before they got in the shower,
Right.
because they're better than everyone else. When they get in that shower, there's still a little bit of pee coming
Right.
out. They didn't get it all out there.
I might be a weird case for this because I grew up, we didn't have a shower. We just had a tub, like an old school tub, like a big tub. So, and I never peed in it. So I just like pee beforehand, hop in the bathtub. Which a bathtub is pretty gross anyways, especially when you're a little kid, because you're just like, I'm making Freddie soup right now. You can just like hot water and then add a Freddie. And like that water is not the same anymore, right? But I didn't pee in it. So I kind of trained myself not to pee in the shower until I was like on my own, and had places that had showers, and then I'm like, I'm peeing in the shower.
Going to college or living in your own place and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this definitely is somewhere I could pee now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is a good pee spot.
Right.
Especially it's like, when you have a lot going on, you don't have time. These are extra minutes you're just wasting.
Right.
Pissing in the toilet and then getting in the shower.
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah, that's just stupid. I mean, they're going down basically to the same place anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's just piss.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't piss in the bathtub either.
Right, because you're sitting in it. You're already sitting in your own stew.
Yeah, you already have your own filth that's falling off.
Yeah.
When's the last time you took a bath?
I don't know. I mean, I was a kid. I was like maybe junior high or high school.
Yeah.
Because we put a shower in. My parents put a shower in the house. Like I might have been in high school or something like that. Mm-hmm. But that's a long time. And like you do, there used to be like little attachments that you'd hook to it, and so then you'd have like a little shower wand.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
But it never really worked all the way. So we had like this big cup. It was like a big Cedar Point cup.
Yeah.
So when you wash your hair, you hold this little cup underneath the spigot, then you pour it over your dumb head.
I remember those days.
I mean, there's better ways to get clean.
Right. I don't know if we actually had one of those attachments, but I remember filling up the cup to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a big dumb Cedar Point cup.
Right.
Like it's a Demon Drop 1992 on it or something like that, and I'm just pouring it over get the VO5 out of my dumb head.
Yeah.
But then the Millers upgraded. They upgraded, got a shower, and everybody started peeing in it right away.
I mean, you can make games out of peeing in the shower too. You can try to pee directly into the hole. It's kind of like. You remember like in Chuck E. Cheese when you were a kid, there's like the game where they had those like clown heads and you had the gun that's like the squirt gun.
Oh,
you shoot the water like in its mouth.
And the balloon blows up or something.
So it's kind of like that. You could pee in the drain hole and you're kind of have an invisible...
A little fun game.
Yeah,
you think you're getting a little...
Popping. You have Pennywise the Clown's down the drain. We've all seen the movie.
It's like you turn into your showers into a little festival game. Yeah. It's like a county fair.
It's the tub of fun.
It is a lot like the county fair. You're taking a dump, wadding up paper and squatting and shoving it in your butt. Then you jump in the shower. You're peeing in a clown's mouth. You got some problems, Tony. I mean, I admitted that I was a kid just letting my funk float around me in a bathtub. But you're into some nefarious things in the bathroom.
I'm full of fun. Life's all about fun. I live it to the fullest. And if you can't have fun pissing in the shower, then what's the point of living?
That's true.
You know? And even if you have, if you have a lady in the shower with you, sometimes it's hilarious to pee on her while she's washing her hair, and then it's too late. Then she opens her eyes and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Chicks love that.
Yeah, I've seen the R. Kelly video.
You're a bad man.
All serious though, it is actually really funny to pee on them.
Have you had the emergency pee, like you're going somewhere, and like in the car, you got to fill up the Gatorade bottle in the car or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had one we talked about last time. We talked about the Bunce House,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to take the bus to Cleveland State when I was going to college, and it's a long walk from where we lived on Bunce to Clifton, where I would catch the bus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And one time, I was heading back to our house, and like I got to like the corner. I forget what it was. Maybe that's Franklin and Bunce.
Oh yeah, that was like.
And I'm like,
house.
I'm not gonna make it. I
Dude,
mean,
you're
I
only
was
like 3 houses from
I
Franklin.
know. And when you have like that in sight, it just gets harder.
Oh man.
And like there's a long row of hedges.
Yeah.
And I just I turned my back to the street. And mind you, we're across the street from a high school.
Yeah.
So I turned my back to the street,
lucky,
and I'm just like shuffling. I'm doing like the sideways shuffle all the way to the house, just peeing in the hedges. But you got to understand, like I tried with everything inside me not to.
Oh my goodness, that's the worst.
But I wasn't going to be a pee pants Freddie.
No.
I'm not going to pee my pants in the middle of the sidewalk.
No. Nobody wants to do that.
Mm-mm.
And plus, that's not as good of a nickname.
Yeah.
I think Shirtful Freddie is where it's at.
Shirtful Freddie. Yeah, you don't want pee pants Freddie
Pee-pants
getting around.
Freddie, yeah.
Nope.
You
That's
don't
a
want people
bad
to know
look.
about that, yeah.
That's a bad look for me.
You don't want that to get around town, because then people are going to forget about Shirtful Freddie.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought I was being sly, but I would have loved to see me pull this off.
I would have loved just been driving up the street just to come home and then just looking over and be like, oh, hey, there's Freddie.
There's Freddie just running sideways with his dick out.
I wonder what game he's playing.
What's this dude up to?
Or been like, I honk the horn just to get your attention and wave. Yeah. And then everybody hears the horn and wonder where it's coming from. It draws all the attention to you.
It was complete terror because like when you like further down on Bunce, further down it was like I remember like I got to like Giant Eagle in front of Giant Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
And like whatever that is, there's railroad tracks right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I got a long ways to go.
Oh man.
And then
it's all uphill too.
It's all uphill, and I'm like, I got a long ways to go. I was like, maybe I should just go into Giant Eagle. They got to have a bathroom somewhere. And then I was like, that's a big Giant Eagle. That's like as much walking around as that's gonna be. So I'm just going for it.
Touche.
And it was a risky move.
Yeah. You know what? Because at the time too, we didn't have that gecko at the corner. That was just like that abandoned building, remember?
Yeah, there was an abandoned building. Then there was that bodega across the street.
Yeah.
Is that still there?
Yeah, that's still there.
Moons,
yeah,
I think
Moons.
it's called.
He actually lives across the street from me.
Oh, that's a good dude.
Isn't that fucking nuts, dude? Yeah, just like, man, I don't know. It might have been like late last year. I saw him like in and out of the house, and I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. And so like I text him like, hey, I can see you.
You had his number?
Oh yeah, of course. Dude, I used to we lived at the Bunce house, dude.
Oh, we were there all the time.
Yeah, me and Shirtless Blake used to go down to fucking Moons all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's where our beer supply came from.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's beer and cigarettes and honey buns or whatever you want to buy.
Yeah, exactly. All the snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that place too.
Yeah, it's great.
Nope.
It's still open, still kicking.
Not a public restroom in that place.
No, I don't think so. So yeah, you had to take that huge walk.
I just ran for it.
Yeah.
And then I got to those hedges that I was just.
You're so close.
Yeah. I didn't even like. It wasn't even a satisfying pee. I just
no.
Yeah, I just made it so that I can get up the stairs without making a mess all of myself, without turning into pee pants Freddie.
Right. Oh, that's so good. Oh man.
I think that was my worst one though.
I don't think I can actually think of any like really bad stories of. I know that there's been times that I've had to pee really bad, whether on long road trips or
road trips are terrible.
Or like after you've been drinking for a while and you get someone that finally comes and picks you up, or whatever, and then just like, oh my god, I need to get home so bad, I have to piss so bad, but I haven't had anything. I mean, yeah, I don't have anything on that.
Yeah,
I've pissed in bottles in the cars and stuff, but
it's never good.
Yeah.
But road trips were the worst when you're like, 30 minutes to the next, or 30 miles to the next stop. I could make 30 miles. But you didn't plan on there being like a sideways truck and a deer sticking out. And then you're sitting there like, this should only take me about a half hour to go 30 miles. And now I'm just sitting here with a full bladder.
Oh, man. It would be nice, though, just to be able to hang out the window and just be able to pee.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough law, like, indecent exposure.
Right.
When you just got to pee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I had this boss one time. He was a Little League coach. And he told me, like, this craziest story. Like, he told me, like, kind of bragging. And there was nothing to brag about. He told me this story that he was, like, the third base umpire. Okay. So he's on third base for this little kid's team, like his son's team, right?
Okay.
And he told me that it was in between innings and he had to pee. He couldn't stop the game and he couldn't leave, right? Uh-huh. So he was just wearing shorts and a shirt and stuff, So he sat down, put one knee up, pulled his dick out his short. He pulled his dick out of short pants and just started peeing on the grass right there. And I'm like, that's very resourceful, dude.
That is a genius move.
Way to go.
Right.
But there's nothing but little kids as far as the eye can see. And you got your dick out of your short pants.
Terrible thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it only takes one parent to see that.
Yeah.
And you're in so much shit.
Yeah.
You're fucked for life.
Yeah. Like, I respected it, but I was like, man, you're a weird dude.
Risky dude.
Yeah. You really had to go.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to be Pee Pants Charlie, so.
Now, as far as peeing goes, are you like, you're just like, okay, I gotta go pee, you got pants on. Are you how do my friends put this? Over the fence or through the gate kind of guy?
Oh, that's a fun way to put it.
Yeah, this is something else that my friends have. There's a lot of pee and poop talk, I realize now.
Yeah, you and your friends just
some dirty dudes.
Yeah, I guess so.
These are heavy questions, though. I mean, these are life's most important questions.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
These are the things that people don't talk about that we're exposing.
I think for me, it matters what kind of panties I got on that day.
Go on.
Like, I got some nice boxer briefs that it makes sense to go through the gate, and some that I'm like.
Now, even if you're wearing jeans,
I'm not comfortably fitting through this gate.
Now, are you going through the gate with jeans on?
Yeah, but sometimes I'll unbutton the top button, leave my belt together. I know that's weird.
Okay. Well, I mean, no. I mean, belts are a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna drop my pants at my ankles like a little kid.
I just stopped wearing belts
shaking
altogether.
my hips like I'm writing somebody's name. I'm gonna try not to do that.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not like you, where I'm standing there trying to piss into a clown's mouth. But you know,
fucking up. Peeing with your pants all around your ankles is actually a hilarious thing to do.
Oh, it's
I
really
haven't
funny.
done it in a really
It's
long time,
always funny.
Yeah, it is. It's always funny. Okay, so I get that. Unbutton with the zipper. Don't want to do the belt. That's a pain in the ass. I just stopped wearing belts completely. Just fuck belts.
Nice.
I don't need it anymore. It's not for me. I'm a no belt Tony kind of guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, I'm a over the top kind of guy, or over the fence, I believe they put it. So not having a belt helps, and I just kind of pull everything. I don't undo anything. I just pull it down and then just pull everything out.
Prove it.
Okay. Don't threaten me with a good time. We're on live. We're on live. We can show all the viewers. Or disappoint all the viewers.
How about this? You know what is the worst thing ever is button flies. Who thought that was a good idea?
Oh, yeah.
Button
flies are the worst. So they're easy to undo because you can literally like just exactly as you pull it, but button back up.
Yeah, I'm not buttoning all of them back up. Like, especially when you're like out at a bar and you're making like multiple trips to the restroom, right? like the first couple times you go to the bathroom, you're like, yeah, I'll button all 6 of these dumb things back up, right?
Yeah.
Like the 3rd and 4th, 5th time you're there, I'm like, I'm just going to do 2 in the top one. And then by the end of the night, you just got 1 holding it out.
Yeah, just the top button. That's it.
Yeah, I've given up.
Yeah. I mean, those things are structured well that people can't really tell that they're unbuttoned. However, it could, what if you get like a pants boner though? Like when you sit down and like
tense up?
Yeah, and just when you sit down, like how your jeans will like bunch up, they make like a little tense up. Okay, I see what you said there. No. You're right, tense up. I didn't realize that's what you were saying at first. Yeah, once it tense up, then it's going to be like exposed, like because all the buttons
That's the
aren't
problem.
done. Yeah.
I got a great pair of jeans, and it's button fly, so I'm like, nope. Yeah. I'm going to sit this round out, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear you somewhere, and then I'm not going to pee as much. And when Elon Musk gets done designing me a new catheter, then I'm going to wear my new catheter with these jeans and not have to worry about it anymore.
That's good.
So what's the next question? Me and my friends were talking, and we were like, so how you fart? Out your butt or out your butt? I know, like, fart's next, right? We've hit everything else.
Actually, sure, yeah, let's talk about farts. Dude, farts are funny to me. I love farts.
Yeah, they're funny forever.
Yeah. Farting around girls. Where do you stand on that?
I don't fart around girls.
At all?
No.
Not even
no. Like, nobody looks at me and they're
not
like...
even in a relationship. You don't fart around them at all?
I try not to.
Okay.
No one looks at me and they're like, that's a formidable mate. Like, that seems like somebody I'd like to mate with, right? So I'm trying to knock down, like, anything that I can to stay in the running.
Okay. Fair enough.
So that's one of them. But when you're around your dudes, you just blow farts, sure.
Right. Oh, yeah. Just farts all day. Farts on farts.
Right.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking up. I do.
No, I don't think you are because you're a different dude than me. Like, you're just a ball of fun all the time. I'm just a mess of a person.
Yeah. See, I don't know, man. Farts are funny to me. Even in a relationship, the girl farting around me.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I don't care.
Yeah, that's funny to me. Like, and that's showing me, like, hey, we're super comfortable together. And, we can laugh about the sound, like a squeak of the week, or, if it's, those are, I call squeak of the weeks, like, the really cute ones. Like, sometimes you start pushing out that fart and you think it's going to be a big one, but it's like, ee! And you're like, that's the cutest fart ever. That's a squeak of the week.
Squeak of the week.
And it's just, I don't know. Sometimes farting around girls, they think it's funny. Sometimes you fart around them and they start yelling at you because...
Like, most of them are like that, like that. It's funny. It's...
Right.
It's
if they have the right sense of humor, they'll laugh at the sound of your fart.
Yeah. It brings you closer together.
Yeah. And I'm a really farty person.
You are.
I rip huge, long farts. I Snapchat my farts. Send them to my friends.
It's one of the best things about you.
The best qualities is that my length of farts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I don't know, man. Farts are hilarious.
They are hilarious.
Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, even, like, watching it in a movie or a show, you can have the same fart joke you've seen in 6 other movies. It's
never not funny.
Yeah, it's always funny.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope is a comedian I really like, and he's always like, it's depressing to me to think like the hours I've put together for comedy, and nothing I've ever written is as funny as a fart. And it's totally true, like it's just gonna be the only thing that's funny all the time.
Yeah, I mean, farts are farts, man. They're just funny no matter what.
Absolutely.
It is. I mean, it sucks when you get that stinker. If you're by yourself, then you're like, well, whatever, it's my own fart. Except for, like, when you're, like, laying down watching TV under a blanket, and then you're like, oh, I got to get up to make a sandwich or something, you're hungry, and then you lift the blanket, and this giant toxic,
like, oof.
Yeah, air just punches you in the face, yeah. And you're like, oh, my God, what the fuck happened? And then you're
That's like a version of... You know how I said you sit in a bathtub and you're making Freddie stew,
Yeah.
That's like just like the air version of that. You pull that blanket back and wham.
Oh, yeah. Farting in the shower is terrible. You never fart in the shower. Farting, you're already just fully exposed. There's no filter, okay? There's no undies or jeans to filter this fart. You're
Sure.
having the hot steam of that shower.
Oh yeah, it's gonna linger.
Oh yeah, and it's just making the fart more pungent. That's the worst thing you can do. You know. And speaking, also, I guess we're talking about showers. Brushing my teeth. That's something I like to do in the shower.
Sure. Yeah.
It saves time. You know, you don't have to worry about getting toothpaste on your shirt or whatever the case may be. You get it on there, it falls off. You can rinse it right off.
Yeah.
But what scares me to this day, you know, when I'm brushing my tongue, sometimes I get too far back and I gag real bad, dude. And I'm so scared I'm about to puke. And I'm so scared of that day when it finally shows up that I'm brushing my tongue and I fucking puke. And just right into the fucking drain, like, or
then
all over the floor. That's
you got to get it to go back into the drain with your pee stream.
Yeah. Ew, that's so gross. I have to pee on top of the puke to get it down. Okay, this is getting out of hand. All right, now we're getting too gross.
Yeah, that's I definitely brush my teeth in the shower.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I'm getting all of me clean.
Yeah, you just get it all done in one.
Yeah.
Because then by the time you get out and dry yourself off and get clothed, you're like, well, I don't have any more steps. I can just go and do whatever I have to do.
Absolutely.
You already got all the other steps.
People are probably like, yeah, but you just admitted that you pee in there, and now you're brushing your teeth in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'll take it one step further. I'll rinse off my toothbrush with my pee stream. How you like me now? That's what I do.
Well, it's sanitary, so you might as well.
You might might as well. You got some clean water coming out of the spigot, Tony.
This ain't no third world country.
I know you tried to have my back on this one, but sometimes you got to abandon me. Like, that's what I imagined. If you were sitting, so imagine I'm coming back from Cleveland State and I'm turning into pee pants Freddie, right? I'm 3 houses down. I start peeing in the bushes and you're sitting there smoking. At some point, you just like have to like walk away and be like, I have nothing to do with this guy.
I can't even look at you right now.
Because otherwise it's like a cop slow rolling up on me and then I get tased with my dick out. You can't be like,
I'll get it all on tape.
I'll ride or die with you, Freddie.
No,
you just got to go inside.
Yeah, I can't just go and start peeing after he's already tased you.
Yeah. We're in this together.
Yeah. You're already on the ground shaking, and then I have to just pull my dick out and start peeing everywhere.
What are you doing?
Tony, no! Go back inside.
I just arrested the 2 weirdest dudes.
Now, when you are brushing your teeth, do you like, I mean, you rinse the toothbrush, you know, get it a little wet. Then you put the toothpaste on. Sure. Now, do you go directly into the mouth after the toothpaste, or do you run a little bit of water first?
Right in the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't wet the toothpaste. Do you?
No, yeah, I definitely. I always run it under a little bit of water. I don't know what the benefit of that is. Probably zero.
I don't know. Maybe
but
it lathers up better in there. I try to make it look like the commercials, you know, where they're like, whoop, and then it like comes to a point, like soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
I try to do that. Then right in my mouth, get to brushing.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just assume I've always done that as a kid too. That you just, I don't know. I've always just rinsed it, and you know what? You're right though, because it does kind of push the toothpaste down. You don't have to worry about it accidentally falling off. Because I've done that. I'd be putting the toothpaste on, and then as I'm going to put the cap on, and then the toothpaste just falls right off.
Oh yeah, that's some. Yeah, and then you have to like use Sophie's Choice it, where you're like, I could still use that toothpaste.
No,
but it's been a while since I cleaned that.
No,
I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Hey, if I'm in the bathtub, no.
Oh, if you're in the bathtub, no. I was thinking like when you drop it in the sink, you're like, that's a coin toss.
Right. It depends, I guess. Dude, actually, I still would. Even though I just cleaned the sink earlier that day, I don't think I would. You know, and there's 2 boys living here, so there's residue of beard hair. Somewhere, even if it's a small little piece, you don't really notice.
You're lucky if that's beard hair.
Right.
You know, beard hair is like the best scenario. That might be anything.
Yeah. It could be a game that no one knows. We could be a guessing game of us shaving our pubes above the sink, too.
Yeah.
You know, just so it doesn't clog the toilet.
Yeah, you're right to just let that go down. You're a wealthy man. You can afford more toothpaste.
That's right. Exactly. Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
I'm like,
what's one extra squeeze?
Yeah. I look at it and I'm like, I could probably still use that. Mm-hmm. If it's on the floor, no. But if even I gotta draw a line somewhere. I'm a gross dude. But if it's in the sink, I'm like, I can still probably use that. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or you ever look at it and you're like, I could scoop it so that the part touching the sink just stays there, and I'll get everything else.
Oh no, I didn't even thought of that. I guess that's.
I'm a chiseler. I'm cheap too. Like 2.5 cents worth of toothpaste, and I'm like, I gotta find a way.
Yeah, I think Garrison had bought a like a baking soda style of toothpaste,
right?
You know, and it's really weird when you first put it on your toothbrush because it's like, it's a weird white, gray, clear color, and it's kind of bubbly.
Is it the Toms of Maine type? Is that what it's called?
I don't remember what the exact thing was called, but then when you start brushing your teeth, it gets all like warm and It's salty. You know, it's kind of like they feel that it's like someone's just filled up with jizz. It doesn't even.
It's not.
No. It doesn't seem like normal toothpaste. And
it's probably better for you.
Yeah. And I've made that. Oh, it's probably really great for your teeth and your skin. It's multi-purpose. I know I've made that joke to Garrison about it's very jizz-like. And then I noticed just a couple days later that bottle was gone and we had a brand new thing of toothpaste. And we only used it for probably a couple days.
You couldn't resist, so you just squirted the whole thing in your mouth and had a good day?
I think it freaked him out. And he's like, I don't want to be brushing my teeth with jizz.
Yeah.
You know, and he just threw it away.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he threw it away. I didn't see it in the trash can, but
there's that Toms of Maine, which is like the more environmentally friendly and it's like healthier stuff. Mm-hmm. But I haven't found any of it that really works. You know what tricks me out is like deodorant. Like that you read all these articles about aluminum in deodorant and how it's bad for you.
Right.
So then I was like, all right, I'll buy the Toms. I think it's called Toms of Maine. I could be making this up. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can picture the logo in my head. I swear it says Toms.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this.
So I bought some like no aluminum deodorant, right?
Okay.
And it was like the it wasn't like normal scents. You know, it was like I forget, like lavender scented. And it's a dude's deodorant, but I was like, I don't know about this. So I used it, and on a summer day, I'm like, it's not helping me at all. So it's just like BO and lavender now.
Oh, no.
It's just Stinky Freddie and lavender.
So you don't even feel like you're like, you can feel it just pouring out of your armpits. And
sure.
The smell starts coming in mixing with the smell of deodorant. Man, that's no point.
Yeah, and like aluminum is bad for you in your deodorant, right? And like there's all these reasons why. Mm-hmm. So then I tried the non-aluminum, and it's not.
Are you back to aluminum?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go around stinky pitted.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't have to live like a refugee.
You don't want to be Stinky Freddie.
No. And like, I don't think I made it through that day. I probably hit my lunch break and I was like, I'm sorry, dudes. I'm going to go get some real deodorant.
Yeah.
And threw that stuff away because it doesn't work. I haven't found, like, I've done research on it. I haven't found any deodorant without aluminum in it that'll work.
I didn't even know that was even a thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, yeah. I don't know. I just don't take the time to read about deodorants.
You're a way smarter man than me. I'm out $4.95 and had some stinky piss for a day. You're doing way better than I am.
You had to pay more because you.
I threw a bar away. Did you want me to go to CVS and be like, I'd like to return this?
No.
And they're like, why? And I'm like, come take a whiff of these pups.
No, what I was just going to say is that you probably had to pay more because it was aluminum free.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's their gimmick, right?
Yeah.
This is better for you, so you're going to pay more for it.
Right.
What a stupid gimmick that is.
Yeah, it was like I just took like some flowers, rammed them in my armpits, and then stunk up the day.
Oh.
It was gross.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you, were you wearing a white shirt?
I was wearing a work shirt. I don't think it was white.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious if like the yellow. Like,
no. Oh, that's the other thing. Like the yellow in your white tees. Mm-hmm. That's from the aluminum in your deodorant. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
If anybody is listening to this and is looking things up on the internet, then just know that I'm lying. I'm making all this up. I don't know.
That seems
but I
legit.
think that's what it is.
Well, we do have the live videos going on, so. Whether they're listening to now or later on, at least comment on the page. So
I don't want to know how dumb I am.
Dude, this seems legit. I would
just
believe
gonna live
you.
with
Now
this
you're second
forever.
guessing it.
Yeah, I'm definitely second guessing it. I think there is something with it that there's something in the deodorant that does it. It's not your body that does it because your whole body sweats. You only get yellow pits.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I guess so. I've never been like a big sweaty dude. You know, I don't really sweat all that much unless I'm like crazy active doing something like handball. Yeah, I'll sweat the shit out. But I don't wear white t-shirts, and I don't know anybody that does. I mean, the only thing I have off of memory of like a gross yellow sweaty shirt is like Donkey Lips from that show Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean that could have just been for the show.
I still have some I had some gnarly white tees that they were just like disgusting. But I quit buying white tees because you wear them like twice and then you got yellow pits.
Yeah,
I could do a black t-shirt and I'm good.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear them either.
You can't see my yellow pits then.
No, and I mean, that's the same thing. Like I don't wear white socks anymore. Just
you
can always see how dirty they are.
Yeah,
you know, and then they get stained and they're gross.
Yeah,
and then you just buy black socks. You can't see how dirty they are.
And, like no matter like the coolest pair of sneakers, whatever it is that you want to wear. You got some white socks on, you look like an old dad.
Yeah.
Right?
You're rocking dad socks.
Yeah. Like, you might as well get those big, poofy, white New Balances.
Yeah.
And just...
Exactly.
This is your life now. You're now a comfortable guy.
Yeah.
You're just going to be comfortable.
Just giving up.
Yeah.
Like early 30s, just giving up.
Yeah. Like, your pants are going to be too big and your shirts are going to be too small now.
But if you go black ankle socks, dude, it can go with anything.
Yeah.
Even dress shoes.
Right. I wear tall socks when I'm wearing pants and short little tiny socks. I don't even wear socks in the summertime, but I wear like canvasy shoes.
Yeah. Once it's like about this time, I did a trial on Sunday. It's about to be summertime, Tony.
Oh.
And that's when I don't actually like buy shorts, but I just roll my jeans up to about my knees.
And you got some short pants.
I wear so they're short pants. And I have like my Chucks and I don't wear socks in them. You know? So I get a nice
That's what I was thinking of, like Chucks or Vans.
Yeah.
A couple times this summer, just put some baby powder in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it's nice. It's breezy.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It does feel like summertime now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my girlfriend is a teacher, so now it's like full-blown summer. School's out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, school's out.
So now... you guys get to just kind of plan and do whatever for the summer?
Well, she's got other jobs, and I got to keep working. But
true.
I can kind of work around things.
A little better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's full-blown summertime.
Yeah, man. It's nice it's finally here. That dicking off with all that rain and, you know, even getting the weird snow, you know.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. It's nice to have 2 months of warm weather in Cleveland. You get fucking so we're at I don't know, we get like what, 4 months of cold, 4 months of rain, and like
4 months of snow.
Yeah. No, I mean like hot weather. We don't even get 4 months.
Oh,
it's probably like 5 of snow, 5 of
we got now until like the end of August.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which ain't bad. I mean, it's fine. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, so I read this book, Tony, and I thought of you because you're like, I'm an outdoorsy guy, and I'm not sure that you are. You're kind of like a all-around dude. Mm-hmm. But like if I get to be outdoors, I like it. And I'm also a bit of a loner. Like I like my alone time too.
Okay.
I work alone. I spend most of my time alone.
Okay.
But I heard this story about this dude. And like this, it came out a few years ago, and I was like, I gotta know more. So I kept scouring the internet, and finally this dude wrote a book about it. This book is called The Stranger in the Woods. It's by Michael Finkel. And it's about this dude, Thomas Knight. And this dude lived in Maine woods, the woods of Maine.
Okay.
For 27 years on his own.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Sleeping outside in the woods.
So you didn't like build like a cabin or anything?
He kind of like well, this is the controversy. This is where I want to know what you think, because his family, he comes from a weird family. I think they're kind of like autistic, but he comes from a weird family in which he left when he was like 20 years old, and they never claimed he was missing. He just left.
Okay. So
they never looked for him or anything.
That's strange.
Yeah. And he stole everything that he used to survive.
Okay.
And it was like in this prominent part of Maine, in the woods of Maine, and like people are only there for the summer, and there's nothing but like summer cabins and a couple like winter hunting cabins.
Right.
But it's mostly just him in the middle of nowhere surviving on his own. So he stole a tent, and then he eventually stole some tarps, and he made this like elaborate place. And it's only like I think it was only like 900 feet, so 3 football fields away from another cabin, but it's in like this area where the rocks cover it up. He's hidden for the most part, and they said that the woods here, it's old growth woods, so in the summertime it's more humid in the woods. Even though you're out of the sun, it just traps the humidity in there. It's so thick, it's hard to navigate through, and he's a pro at it because he's done it for 27 years.
Right.
So this guy like just takes off, and he wants to be by himself completely. And he admitted twice that he ran into hikers. One of them, they just gave a head nod, and he just kept going. And another one was like a guy and his son and his grandson. And like they like looked at each other long enough and realized who he was, and kind of gave him like the unspoken, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
He became known as the North Pond Hermit because it was the North Pond as a lake that he was by.
Okay.
And all these places were being robbed nonstop. Like he just breaking into places and stealing their things. But he was very selective in stealing. Like he would steal like electronics, like a Game Boy, but only if he knew it was out of date. He would steal only what he needed.
Okay.
Like a lot of food. In the when it would get close to winter, he would steal beer, and he would steal whatever it is that would fatten him up, because he's out there in like -20 for a month straight.
Yeah.
He would try to fatten up and like kind of hibernate.
He's like a woodsy Aladdin.
It's the craziest thing ever. And as soon as I heard about it, I was like, wow, I got to know more.
Yeah.
So as soon as this book came out, I bought it, and I finally just got to reading it. And I want to know, because this guy wants to be away from everybody else. And there's a lot of people that make the case that he terrorized these people. They never knew if he was going to break in while he was there. Right. He never did. He only broke in to places that he knew were empty. He would even like stake them out, and he left no footprint behind. He was like super clean about things. Yeah. And he only stole what he needed. And there's like a lot that I love about this guy.
This is really cool. Okay.
But he made these people's lives like a living hell. They want to go vacation.
And they're constantly paranoid about shit being stolen. Or, okay.
Or they're like, what? Somebody came in and took one blanket and a bag of Cheetos. What happened?
Right.
Like, who just comes in?
No, like the TV or nothing stolen. No, like nothing expensive.
And they're like, I thought we bought a propane tank. That's the other thing. He never built a fire in the woods. I think it was 27 years. He never built a fire in the woods.
So how was he like cooking up like?
He had like a little hot plate that was propane powered. He stole.
Okay.
And he kept stealing propane tanks until he got rid of it,
Well, fire is just going to draw attention.
That's why he never built a fire.
Wow.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
In those Maine woods, it's -22, right? He had a routine where he would like sleep a few hours, wake up, and the moisture from your body, you have to like dry it out, and then he would go back to sleep for a little while. But he like had this routine where he would take out all of his clothes and like try to air dry them the best he could in the winter,
right? So
that he didn't freeze to death in there. And he said there was a couple winters wwhere like things got real hairy for him. But
so this is a true story.
This is a true story.
Holy shit!
It's the craziest thing ever. Well, they talk about his like teenage years. He only had one real job in which he was kind of a locksmith. So we learned like a lot about how to get into places. And eventually technology passed up his skills, in which like we have cameras now, like motion activated cameras.
Yeah.
So they caught him. There was like a community center for like handicapped people, and they would stock it with food. It was kind of like a summer camp for handicapped people. And it sounds despicable because he would go in there and he stole a key. He got in one time took one of the keys and then hid one of the keys. So then when he got really desperate, he would go into this place. He had a key, get in. Right. Well, eventually that's how they caught him. So they put cameras there and alarms. So this park ranger was, woke up in the middle of the night to this alarm going off, hauled ass there and caught the guy.
Oh, man.
And it's the weirdest thing ever. Because he liked paying attention to things. He loved reading. He stole books. He was super smart dude. But he didn't want to be around people ever.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you have nothing but time.
You have nothing but time. And you lose sense of yourself.
Right.
Because he never saw his reflection in anything. He never had a mirror or anything.
Right.
He never had to worry about...
like in a stream somewhere, maybe.
Yeah. Or he would break into places and stuff like that, use their bathrooms or whatever. But if you have nobody looking at you, like when I'm home alone, it's not like I'm putting on my best front. You know what I mean? I'm home alone. Now imagine 27 years of being alone, what you just live like an animal.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's ever gonna see you. You just do whatever you want. So he lost all bit of ego too. He never talked, and even when they confronted him, it was hard for him to make words because he's not talking to himself. He's not talking out loud. He's kind of losing the
oh my God,
muscles to make words.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they make a good case in this book of why he's an asshole,
Mm-hmm.
And what do you give him if you're the judge in this case? Because he's got hundreds of robberies, right? Breaking and entering,
right?
Forever.
I mean,
how do you treat this guy?
If I was the judge, I would. To be honest, I'd be more impressed by how he survived so long and everything. Yeah. I mean, I would probably say, I don't know. I mean, I guess you have to have a minor punishment. Just to be look, we can't let you slide, otherwise
you're
like
affecting
an
other
asshole.
people.
Right, you did break the law, even though if you didn't know what the laws were because you've been by yourself in the woods away
he
from
knew
civilization.
he knew he was breaking the law.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe that just kind of goes without saying.
And he was very
apologetic. This isn't
apologetic.
my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, especially then I think I would probably give him something very minor. Maybe not any jail time, but maybe parole.
Right.
Or something like that. Just just kind of being on probation. Which I don't think you probably would have to really worry about things, but unless he turns into a criminal.
Right.
But I think I'd be more impressed by all the shit that he did, especially, what? I would ask him to do one-on-one time. I would want to hear his stories.
That's why I bought this book. I was so excited about it.
I would be in trade for docking your time, for your probation or whatever, you'll be in less trouble if we get to sit down once or twice a week and you just tell me stories of how you did stuff and what happens.
Yeah.
This is,
it's so
off
fascinating.
The record. This
but
is just you and
he's
I.
not a conversationalist. This guy is weird.
That's right.
Even his only friend is the guy that wrote this book, and that guy had to hound him. He was in jail when he's writing him, and he's that's the weirdest thing about this guy. Because when I first heard about the story, I read about it on a couple different websites, and then I kept looking it up. Nothing came up, and it's not like he went to the Today Show or any of these shows and was I got a story for you. Mm-hmm. He didn't want any part of that.
Right.
And
well,
they can give him money. They'll pay him money for it. It's a great story.
Right.
He had no interest in that. He just wanted to be left alone.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine so. I mean, if he was wanting to be alone in the first place, this is what got him in trouble in the first place. Why the hell would he want
you don't do
exposure?
something for 27 years by yourself.
And then just sell out.
Yeah.
Money doesn't mean anything to you if you're going to be out there for that long. People are like, oh, I'll give you $5,000 for this story.
Yeah.
So what the hell am I going to do with that? I don't need it.
But that's so I'll tell you what ended up happening was he got caught, and while the trial's going on, he was in jail for 7 months. And here's the other crazy part about it. He never got sick, never had a fever, a sniffle in the woods.
Wow. Even through all those winters.
Through all those winters, he never got sick. And then as soon as he went into jail, he got sick because he's around other people and these germs and stuff like that. Yeah, he got really sick. But he was in jail while the trial was going on. I think it was 7 months. Okay. And then at the end of it, the judge just said, we'll call it 7 months, time served. And I think he had 1 week after his last court date. So altogether he did 7 months. Then he had to pay back all this money and court fees. And then he had a probation officer that he had to check in with, and a place he had to go, like drug and alcohol treatment.
Okay, so this is kind of essentially like what I was saying.
But the thing that bums me out is this guy, like, he wants to be left alone. And it's wrong that he's stealing and stuff like that. But he doesn't want to be part of society. Yeah. He's not trying to fit in.
He's forced
now
to.
We're dragging this poor bastard to be a part of society and fit in.
Right.
And I think that, like, that's the huge bummer of it. But something has to happen, I guess. I don't know. He owes a debt to society because of all of his thefts. But does he?
But does he really?
Because if you think about it, this is the other thing I thought about. What if he was a grizzly bear? Right? We got this big dumb bear stealing the picnic baskets, right?
Right.
We don't blame him for being a bear.
No.
But
also,
bears only steal what they need. He pretty much only stole what he needed and a few other items.
True. Now, he did basically live like a bear, but he's a human. And wasn't, he was raised as a, with everything else we grew up with, just like knowing right from wrong and, stuff like that. So, to be fair, it is his own fault. I think it's a huge bummer on, we're basically making him be a part of society because now
he
has to have a job.
Right.
Now he's got to be around people.
That's what he had to have, part of employment.
Yeah. He has to have a job in order to get the money to pay for all these court costs and jail fees, whatever it is in there. And he just wants to be left alone. Yeah. And if he tries to go off into the woods, then they're gonna like, oh, he's running on, not doing what we made him do, and then they're gonna actually throw him in prison, and then he's fucked. Yeah. So that's shit, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Well, I thought about it like I keep thinking about it like it's a bear, or a raccoon will get into your trash, tear everything up. If it gets into your house, it's gonna steal your food. It's gonna steal your stuff. It's only trying to be a raccoon. Mm-hmm. This guy's living like an animal. He's only trying to be an animal.
Right, especially if he's barely even talking.
He's by himself all the time. Yeah. It's super fascinating to think about.
No, that's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if I was a judge, that 7 months, all right, dude, we're square. We figured out by the end of the trial, like, whatever, you're good to go. Yeah. Situation's weird, it's crazy, or maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe even just to, like, maybe some sort of community service that you can go out and do a few things on his own just to kind of pay back towards, that way he doesn't have to be I mean, I think there's a certain respect you should still have amongst this guy, just being like, look, you wanted to be by yourself. This is why you did it. You've been alone for 27 years. And you're saying you probably don't want to be back in society. You don't want to be around all these people.
That's the thing. Like, when you go to jail or court or whatever, you owe a debt to society. Right. You're judged by a jury of your peers. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't have any peers, so there's no jury. Yeah. I don't want to be a part of society, so I don't owe you guys anything. Right. Like, a grizzly bear doesn't owe me a picnic basket. If he steals my picnic basket, he's a goddamn grizzly bear. Yeah. That's what he's supposed to do. Right. Like, I'm just supposed to try to protect it the best I can. Yeah. It's also interesting, like, the North Pond, they call him the North Pond Hermit. And kids for the last 20 years have told tales of it, right? Okay. Like, the scary North Pond Hermit. So
there's been all these urban legends and stories of him over the past these 27 years.
Been pictures. People have drawn pictures of what he might look like. He's been an urban legend until now,
I wonder, have you looked to see if there's like a film, like a documentary or anything like that on this guy?
Not yet, but there is there's a lot of folk singers have already wrote songs about him because he's so fascinating, or they wrote songs about him before then, just because it's a great urban legend. Right. But you can go online and look at the pictures. Like, if you look up Christopher Thomas Knight or North Pond Hermit, they'll show you, like, his bunker where he lived and, like, all of his stuff. He stole magazines and books, and when he was done with them, he would tape them together with electrical tape and use them as bricks to raise up a bed in the area off the dirt so when it rains, He was, like, a pretty, like, he had, like, a compost area as his toilet. Sure. He had, like, this whole area is set up.
I mean, I imagine there's a lot of trial and error too. Over
Yeah.
the course of 27 years, by that time you're fucking genius.
He had one pair of glasses that he got when he was 20 years old, you know? And when he could almost not see out of them anymore. He was almost blind. And he was still like, yeah, if I lose these glasses, then I'm kind of screwed. But he still wanted to live a life blind in the woods than
rather be in society
than seeing in society.
Holy crap.
There are also like a lot of people that would leave stuff out for him. They're like, don't break into the house. Leave us a note of what you need, and we'll leave it on the porch. And he was like, I'm not falling for that. He was like, that's too risky.
Yeah.
You know, he stole instead. It's super fascinating.
That's super amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to read this. This is this sounds like
you feel
really
for him.
cool
And this book is
story.
this book is kind of weird. The other weird thing is like this guy that wrote this, Michael Finkel, he was a journalist, and I guess like he made up some of the details of things that he's written in the past. So he's kind of like blacklisted journalist.
Okay.
So when he's writing to Christopher Thomas Knight in jail, he's telling him, hey, I'm a blacklisted journalist. And that's why they think like the guy gave him the time of day. He was like, oh yeah, you got some flaws too.
Yeah.
Me too, you know? But, and this book is about like because it's a big book and the guy doesn't talk much about what it was really like living out there. So he filled it with like other stories of other hermits and how people have lived. Mm-hmm. Like pretty much like a historical record of hermits, because there's always been hermits. But so like in the North Pond Hermit is well read. He's a smart guy. I think he's like autistic. They talk about that in the book. And if you ever read Thoreau, I think it's called The Woods. I don't know, it was like high school reading, like the classics. But Henry David Thoreau went into the woods and wrote about his experience in the woods. And Christopher Thomas Knight pretty much calls him an amateur. He's like, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I really lived in the woods. He was in a cabin. He had people come and visit him.
Yeah.
But it's just hilarious listening to him say, he's an amateur.
Uh-huh.
He can never be me.
That's awesome, man. I'm definitely going to have to look into that.
Yeah. But look up the pictures because you're like, man, this dude just lived in the dirt with like a little tent and a bunch of tarps.
I'm trying to like picture how I'm curious to see how he actually looks compared to how I picture him. Because to be fair, I kind of picture him being like kind of like a burly dude, but kind of looks like Charles Manson.
He looks a lot like Charles Manson.
Yeah, that's how I imagine him looking.
And it's weird because he talked about it, how he kept his face shaved when he was in the woods, except for in the wintertime, I guess.
Right.
Because when he would pass people, he didn't want them to think that he was the North Pond Hermit.
Right.
And he only passed people twice in his 27 years. Mm-hmm. But he would also like watch from the woods as people like to learn people's patterns so he could break into their places, or if they were throwing out something that he was interested in. This is like a fascinating dude. Nothing but time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, because you can either just sit around in your own area or you can at least stake out a house that you want to like get into.
Yeah. That's pretty fascinating.
Yeah,
I was wondering like how you like, because I feel so bad for this dude. Now he's living a life he doesn't want to.
Yeah. That sucks.
I kind of hope like he takes off again. He's like
just bails on everything. Like he's like, fuck this, and just
he's like, I'm gonna do it better. I'm gonna get like 3 or 4 pairs of glasses and run off into the woods.
Yeah, he's gonna prep a lot better now.
Yeah.
I imagine if you get deep enough into the country, you're just gonna be just.
Yeah.
Although, again, I mean, I guess the way he got caught, I mean, there's no way around that, man. He's really got to, like, have all of this master plans before he even...
He didn't.
No, I'm saying, if he does it next time around, he's got to figure out how this system works.
We catch you again.
Yeah, exactly. Because if he does that and he gets caught again, they're just throwing him in prison.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, again, for anybody that is listening, tell me the title of the book again.
It's called The Stranger in the Woods. It's the extraordinary story of the last true hermit, and it's by Michael Finkel. It's worth a read. Summertime reading.
Yeah. I imagine you can get it at any of your local
Amazon.
Or Amazon. Do people still go to bookstores?
Yeah.
Like half-price books?
If you got like a mom and pop bookstores are kind of doing good.
Yeah.
but there's Borders and stuff like that too.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I bought this on Amazon.
Revere
Oh,
and
actually, I
Cracker
bought this on
Barrel.
eBay.
Oh.
Had a little money in my PayPal account.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I think that's probably it for today's episode, right?
Yep.
Do you have anything you want to throw in? Any plugs or anything?
Nope. I'm assuming that my next week is not going to be as busy as my last week. I got a lot accomplished, so I should be good.
Okay. Yeah, I look forward to next week's episodes. Do you want to give a shout out to my friend Kyle's podcast? It's called Plucking Petals with Kyle and James. You can go and listen to them on YouTube, and I believe also iTunes and other podcast things. Kyle is very funny, and his co-host James. And even if you think that they are funnier than our show, don't tell them that. In fact, you should still listen to it, but then just write in and just tell them how terrible the show is.
No, if you're listening to this, why don't you leave them a comment and be like, you guys are way funnier than Freddie and Tony. Just because it would be hilarious.
Right.
Then they'll be like, oh, we got some cross listeners.
Right. And they do have multiple episodes out as well. So while you are waiting for maybe our next episode, you have something to kind of fill your time. Again, they're really funny. I listen to their podcast. I'm still trying to catch up and listening to the past ones.
It's called Plucking Petals?
Yeah, it's called Plucking Petals with Kyle and James. Again, you can find it on like YouTube, iTunes, etc. I don't know what the Android podcast versions are, but I'm sure you can find it either way. Other than that, I think we can call it quits for this week.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to doing this all over again next week.
It'll be great.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you later.
Bye.